I'm good. Victoria, what do you have for me on the topic?
Some of what you said.
Okay.
But the one thing that I have had a little bit of problem with was when you were talking about when you do find this high value man that I'm supposed to help him out financially with his dream.
No, I didn't say that. I
Okay,
said you're
I'm
supposed to.
sorry. How did
I said
you?
I said you should. I said you should invest. I said that. Look at where a money puts her. Look at where a woman puts her money, and that tells the
Mhm.
truth.
Yes. Okay.
Meaning that far too often it's okay for him to go out and spend. He should fund the relationship, but do you think a woman should spend any money on a man?
Uh, Actually, I think at the beginning of a relationship,
Hmm.
I think that you shouldn't spend a lot of money either party at the
Okay.
beginning.
Okay. But
I
how
think
does
you need to get to know each other first.
so then are you talking about dating and it's a 50-50 thing? Because what are we talking about here?
No, if he asks me out,
Hmm.
I would expect him, to pay for it,
No
but
offense. How old are
I
you, by
wouldn't
the way?
expect him.
How old
I
are you,
wouldn't
by the way? How old are
oh,
you? I'm just trying
oh,
to
I'm
understand.
older. I'm
I'm just
older.
uh,
I don't mind saying it. I am 50, but
okay.
I am married
Okay.
and I do listen to your show.
All right.
And
And I'm asking for a reason. Do you have any children?
no, I don't.
All right. I'm asking because as a married woman,
Hmm.
if you had sons,
Yes.
would you want your sons that you raised help and out here taking their money and investing it into somebody else and dating someone else's daughter without a commitment from that woman?
Okay. To me, there's a difference between dating and a serious relationship that's leading towards marriage.
Okay, what's the difference?
Dating, you're just getting to know someone. There
What?
is no commitment.
Okay.
You can be and dating someone else. That's the reason I was asking
But
about
when it comes to dating, though, tell me the
mhm.
difference financially.
Financially. I
Hmm.
don't. Um, I don't. I wouldn't tell him to put a lot of money into it.
No, man. What I mean
Uh-huh.
is the way you just described it. There's no
Hmm.
difference in dating from this to that, but there is. For a man, there is. See,
Okay.
when you on a date, you expect a man to pay if he asks you out. True or false?
Yes. Mhm.
Do you think women should be asking men out on dates as the norm?
Me personally, I would
Yes.
not ask a man out,
Okay. No, I'm not
but
talking about you. Listen. No, nope. See, I know what you're about to do. That's why I said as the norm.
mhm.
See, in this utopian, let's get to know each other. One party, one gender is still footing the bill. It's the men.
Okay.
The check comes, the men are still paying. Now, what's happening today is one woman is not dating one man at a time.
Mhm.
No. So there is a financial consideration because dating costs money.
Mhm.
What investment should a woman have to a man in the dating process?
Okay. I might be a little different than other women. To me, a date doesn't necessarily have to mean that you take me to the finest restaurant. A date
Mm-hmm.
to me is that we could go to the park
Hmm.
and we could have a picnic.
Yeah, due respect, Miss Victoria. I need
Hmm.
you to go ahead and get into the world with the rest of us. You know
Okay.
that's not how that works. I'm giving you respect of being same age, and we
Hmm.
both. I'm 52. You're 51. You're 50.
Yes.
Women did
But
not expect. Listen, ma'am. I'm
okay.
doing giving you respect to being a married woman, but you also have to give me respect to being honest. I'm not
Yes.
talking about Victoria. I'm talking about the
Okay.
world.
Yes.
You can't take a woman out to the park in ad infinitum until you decide to become a girlfriend.
Hmm. Okay. Um, I guess I should put it like this. I wouldn't expect every date to be where you take me out to somewhere expensive. I'm
Doesn't
sorry.
matter if it's a bit okay. It's still, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
The man is still paying in the scenario. In your scenario, see,
Mm-hmm.
the scenario you're talking about worked back in the day when people were dating one person at a time. People were not dating for years at a time, and people were dating towards marriage. That's
Yes.
not the world, man. That's just not
Okay.
it. How long have you been married?
Oh, this year be 21 years.
Okay, you really do respect. You're not in this conversation because you're not really out here dating.
Okay.
You have no kids, and the reason I say that is so you have nobody that's really in this. But I wish you would go tell a woman to just, hey, just let them take you to the park. Really? If that's the case, men would. Don't you think if it was as simple as that, men would be on board with, sure,
Mm-hmm.
let's go to the park during the middle of coronavirus.
Okay. I see your point. But even in the middle of coronavirus, I wouldn't go out anyway.
Doesn't matter
Even
what
to the
you
most
would do. But see, the thing is, this is the problem with so many modern women. You still can't put yourself in the position where the men are. Men have to approach in your
yes.
scenario. Women would not approach in your scenario. You said I wouldn't do it. That's why I said, what do you expect for the public? And you expect the traditional roles. The problem is women aren't moving the traditional way. They're not just
Mm-hmm.
talking to one person. They're talking to multiple people.
Yes.
And men and you not and if you're dating that way, whether you take one out to the park or here, you have to date many people, and that costs money. And ultimately what it comes right down to is still gets right down to it. In your scenario, traditional.
Mm-hmm.
Men have the investment. Well, see, back in the day, women also had a low body count and were investing their time, their fertile years, and giving men what they wanted. Is that happening now?
No, it's not.
Then men are the ones still operating the same way and women aren't.
Okay.
It's lopsided to the point to where it's even a foreign concept to sit back and say a woman should spend anything on a man. I'll give you another thing. I'm gonna get to another caller.
Yes.
I don't want to make personal about you, but if you were doing, I mean, if your husband bought you a very nice ring, would you buy? If a husband bought a wife a $10,000 ring, do you think a wife should buy her husband a $10,000 watch?
If that's what he wants.
Right, but the difference is who's making the 10,000.
It these days it depends.
Well,
Because at one time my husband was making more money than me, and at one time I was making more money than him.
well, I think I get what you're saying, but I think you understand that you're not really in this dating scenario. So this is really just theoretical for you.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I asked how old you were, if you had any kids. And to my understanding, you really don't have any real skin in this game. I mean, you can turn this off and
Oh.
your life because you don't have anybody.
I do have skin in this game. I have nieces and
But
friends who are dating
but
in this
ma'am,
time.
understand what I'm saying. Your nieces
Yes.
have mothers and fathers. That's their responsibility. You can advise, but that's not your responsibility,
Well,
ma'am. That's how it goes.
okay, I thank you, but unfortunately, my
All right. Thank you, ma'am. I'm going to move on. Thank you, but I got to move on. We just got theoretical conversations, and I know people feel a sense of ownership, but what I'm going to ask that we stay in the real world.
Hi,
Hello.
Kevin.
How are you?
I'm well.
See, this is what a smile looks like to my Jamaican buddy.
Oh my God.
See, that's a smile. Those are nice. How you doing, sweetheart?
I'm doing well.
So what did I get wrong on the topic? Or what did you disagree about?
Well, I would say that we have been taught. So like you mentioned towards the end of your kind of monologue, you said that a woman should love a man more.
Mm-hmm.
And I was taught, and I think most women have been taught that, a man should love you more. So it feels like, we're being told two different things. You have our mom telling us one thing, then we get advice from somewhere else. And it just seems that we can't find that common ground. And so that was just really my only thing that I wanted to.
So let's look at it this way. If a man loves you more, he is going to want to spend more time around you, be up under you, and if he's doing that, is he off doing what he's supposed to do?
No, it makes it hard to do that because
right. If someone comes along, let's say you're the queen, and the king is responsible for the entire country, but if the queen dies, can the king just go into depression?
No.
Men, our priority has to be the administering of the Eden, of the garden. Our number one charge is our purpose.
Right.
It's like in an airplane. They'll tell you, you love your kids, cool, but the first person you put the mask on is yourself.
Right.
Well, he's the head. Let's go back 1,000 years ago, and we're on the continent of Africa. And we're the Jabari tribe. And then we have the warring Zulus coming across from over here. If I love you, I got to go fight them and risk possibly dying, because I know what's going to happen if they get over here. They're going to take all of our stuff. They're going to take you, maybe keep the kids, maybe not. Women are designed to go from one man to another. Women are designed, that's how you evolved. But your priority is the kid.
Mm-hmm.
Your priority is you have a maternal bond to your kid. But a man is supposed to care about you, but he cannot become so involved with you that he takes his eye off everything else, where he's lovesick, lovelorn. The Bible, Samson and Delilah, right? Samson had his strength in Judges. It was tied up in his hair. And in a moment of weakness in Delilah's lap, he told her his secret. And what they do, cut his hair, blinded him. But who paid the price? After Samson was destroyed, who paid the price? The people who were left, because he left his charge as a leader. A man has to care more about himself and providing for everyone. But we have fewer kids these days. And yes, women are being told you're the prize. And this is why you look in nature. Like I said, the male lions, 2 lions over a pride of 4 to 6 to 8. There have always been fewer men up here and a larger amount of women. Now, why is that so upsetting? Because the Disney fantasy has told everyone that there's one man to one woman, and he's supposed to go out and conquer the world, slay the dragon, and bring all of the trophies home to you. So let's understand how that works. I'm supposed to go out and war against the Zulus, beat the Zulus, and we're supposed to go take all the spoils and bring them home to you?
Yeah.
That's why the Black community is upside down, because the men are beneath the women.
Okay.
So it's not as, I think, honestly, now take this away from you. I don't want to get too personal, but I think if a woman is a man's everything, that's too much pressure for you to be under.
Mm.
It may not feel as good to know that he has to go off and work and does something and so forth, but it does sure feel good to know that he's out there getting it done.
Right.
Versus if he just say, oh, you know what? You're my everything. Mm-hmm. Have you ever dealt with a clingy man? A man who's real clingy?
Yes.
Did you get turned on by that?
No, not at all.
Exactly. Have you ever dealt with a man who's kind of distant, but he was masculine and getting it done?
Yes. And I can say that I felt like, oh, well, how come you weren't giving me attention? He even offered to give me his key. So I can see how I messed that up too. It's to your point that we do want everything. And when a man is going out and doing something for himself, we then feel like, okay, well, that's taken away from me. And then we find ways to sabotage the relationship.
We sabotage because you were cultured to think he should be doing something instead of realizing that, ooh, he's out getting it done. Let me make it good when he come back home.
Right. Instead, he comes back home to an argument.
Exactly. So that's how the Black community has been reorganized against itself, to where the things I'm saying to women are actually offensive. What? Invest in a man, sacrifice put him first, that's offensive when you've been told you're the queen of the world and Mother Earth and everything else. Because whether most sisters don't want to say it out loud, but they really do hold themselves in higher regard than black men. And name me a society where the women, and there is no society where the women of one group can beat the men of another group. You need your men to compete to war against the other men. Yeah. So thank you for at least coming in and having a respectful, and this is what we need to do: a respectful back and forth, an exchange of ideas to just see what works best, so we can all move forward. So thank you very much.
Have a good night.
Keep smiling, BB. Hey,
Okay.
baby. Her name is BB Wine. BB Wine is up in this mud.
Yeah.
All right, then. So, look, ladies, the point is not to oppress you. The point is women who operate under men like this are more free. You want to know what an ideal woman for a high value man is? Go look at the Netflix series Marco Polo. There are 2 or 3 seasons. And look at Kublai Khan's primary wife. Look at Kublai Khan's primary wife and look at how this attractive, but she's not the most beautiful woman. Kublai Khan has concubines. He can do whatever he wants. He's Khan. But Kublai is intimately tied to his primary wife because he's number 1, his purpose is number 2, and she is intimately tied to that. Go watch that. Go watch from season 1 to season 3. And right at the end where things start to get really hectic, see what a real ride or die does. That's what men typically want. Now, we're talking about the men who can get it done too. So, all right. Yeah, I want to say something to that woman came on talking about you disrespected. You don't get to come over here and be disrespectful to a platform and expect respect. I reflect what's given. And if the previous 2 callers before BB felt disrespected, understand you came in disrespectful.
The video ends here, but what these calls expose is...
Hi everyone, welcome back to the Spotlight News. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to follow Mr. Kevin's for more updates about modern dating, marriage, relationships, how to navigate yourself around men and women, single parenting and each other. First of all, may his legacy stay forever. May his voice be heard overseas because his work is so developmental, educative, and promotive for all the youths and the upcoming generations. It will live forever because he will always remain the godfather, the undefeated, the only person who spoke with reality and love and passion in this thing. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and let's keep on going. Today in this video, 2 women came in to challenge Mr. Kevin Samuels. One asked him a question: why would a woman support a man financially? And another one said, I think women should love their men genuinely and should take them well and accept them the way they are, and everything moves on. Then, as the video goes down, these women were asked, why is it that you want a man to provide everything, and you don't know what you have to provide? Me as a person, I feel like when they tell us women to support our men, it doesn't necessarily mean we have to give them money or we have to finance them, because however much a man should be the head of the family and to finance the home. But also, remember, things are not going to move smoothly as we think. There might come a time when this man needs some financial support somewhere. If you have, as a woman, you can support him. Then at the end of the day, he is your husband and he is going to return home. But that shouldn't be a must. What I know, while they tell their women, what Mr. KS told the women about supporting their husbands, he was telling them to support them physically, emotionally, and mentally, to support them physically, emotionally, and mentally. And also women to become submissive, committed, and respectful. And also to give them peace at home, so that a woman goes and hustle to look for their family harder, by also coming home to find peace, to find love, and to find a wife who has done work of a wife at home and building a family, telling him everything will get better, we shall get there. So this is what the support I think they mean. Otherwise, otherwise, on our side, women, most of women look at what will a man provide, what will a man give them, will they give them money, and they forget to look at, yes, a man is going to provide, but what are the values of a woman in that home? Because however much we are going to say all this, yes, men should be providers, but also you as a woman, you have a role you have to do. And you also have to do things that are going to be extra exceptional between side dishes and between other girls and you they chose as a wife. There is a difference, and the difference starts with you. You get? Let's not put this that men should always be bringing this, giving us this, looking at their wallets, looking at what, and you're not looking at your responsibility as a woman also. You get? Yes, we are there to love, to cherish, to do what, to make families, but also you have to do your responsibility, because even when you have kids, a mother is supposed to teach and grow a home with their husband. A man is the head of the house. He's supposed to provide and take the home on another level. You get? But then what's your behavior as a person? What are you looking at? Do you know why there is a lot of failed marriages, a lot of single parenting? Because a lot of girls go in for money. They don't care whether they are second wife or third wife or fourth wife, as long as money is involved. Then in the long run of the process, when they give birth, these men will return to their wives they made with that money. Then they leave them to suffer. And that's where the crying comes in. And that's why we are seeing a lot of single parents. Okay, bye-bye. May God bless you.